Okay, we proceed how to analyze the graph. Okay, let's say if you have a graph here, this functional group aniline, okay, structure of aniline, and together with its functional group NH2, C double bond C, C single bond C. Which one represent the structure? Bukan structure, the graph for this structure. So first thing first, you need to come out and you need to list what is the functional group in that structure, in this aniline structure. So we have NH. NH is a primary amine because it contain primary amine contain two hydrogen. So primary amine lies between 3300 to 3500, and this one is the bond for NH stretch for primary amine. We also have NH band for primary amine, and if you don't write this banding, it is okay because we don't focus on bending, we just focus on stretching band only. We also have the CN structure, C to the N, okay, CN functional group. So CN lies in the range of 1030 to 1280. Okay, so for the NH, okay, NH lies NH. Okay, NH here is the secondary amine. Okay, because it contains one hydrogen. Okay, so NH amine lies in the bending region. So if you don't write the bending or the NH right here, it is okay because we just focus on functional group region. Alright. Now we proceed with the IR instrumentation. We have dispersive and interferometer. Now we look at the theory of the spectroscopy. Use a moving mirror to create an interference pattern or interferogram from which all resolution elements are determined simultaneously. So widely applied and quite popular in the far IR and mid IR spectrometer. With a monochromator to be used in the mid IR region for spectral scanning and quantitative analysis. Okay, so when the energy in the form of infrared is applied, then it will cause the vibration between the atoms of the molecule. Okay, and when the applied infrared frequency, it is considered as natural frequency of the vibration. So absorption of IR radiation will take place and a peak is observed. So different functional group will absorb characteristic frequency of infrared radiation. So it will give the characteristic peak value. And IR spectrum of a chemical substance is a fingerprint of a molecule for its identification. Monochromator act as a splitter. Okay, it will memantulkan cahaya tu kepada kepada result tu lah, pada graph tu. The limitation is a slow scanning process, okay, for dispersive IR compared to FTIR. For FTIR, infrared spectrometer ni, a method for measuring all of the infrared frequencies simultaneously rather than the individual. Okay. Advantages of FTIR. We have resolution, very high resolution, very high sensitive, high throughput, rapid scan, which is less than 10 seconds per scan. Okay. For sampling, we have gas, liquid, and solid. Gas sample A gas sample cell consists of a cylinder of glass. Cell is closed at both ends with an appropriate window material made of sodium chloride or calcium bromide and equipped with valve or stopcock for introduction of the sample. If your sample is liquid, so the condition is it must be pure or solute in transparent solvent, okay, not water. The sample is most often in the form of liquid film, will be sandwiches between the sodium chloride plate. So we use the sodium chloride plate and then we will sandwiches the liquid, which is we drop the liquid on the plate first and take out the other plate to make it and then we clamp it so that it is in the sandwich form, and then you put the sample together with the plate onto the position, and light will pass through the plate. Okay, for the sample in the solid, it is either film, small, solid. Okay, for films it is applied directly to the window, which is applied on the what we call place of the sample holder. Okay, for mouse, grinding a few milligram of the sample with the mineral oil to form smooth paste. For solid, a milligram or less of the fine ground sample mixed with about 100 milligram of dry KBR powder in a mortar. Then the mixture is compressed in a die to form a transparent disc. Okay, there is a instrument that you can directly use solid powder. Okay, if otherwise if you don't have that equipment, you need to mix with dry KBR, just like in our experiment. Gas for FTIR. Okay, uh, this one is the preparation for FTIR in liquid. Okay, this one is the NaCl plate. So do not clean the plate using water. We can use acetone or other solvent. So the sample is placed between the two plates, okay, and clamp it with this the black plate. Okay. Sample preparation for the solid. Why we're using KBR? KBR is optically transparent over the range of wavelength typical use in NIR analysis. It has excellent transmission. It also good resistant to mechanical shock. So the sample must be grind, and we need to mix with KBR and then use the compression, okay, or hydraulic press to press the sample. Okay, that's all. I will make another explanation for how to determine the functional group, okay, by doing the exercise in the previous final exam question.